Good Tuesday afternoon, everyone. The sun is out. It's good to see the sun here on a February day in Enid, Oklahoma. Steve Kime with you as we're reporting Facebook Live to you this afternoon. Well, I can't believe Valentine's Day is a couple days away, but there's a big date in in March, and that is the Global Recycling Day. And speaking of recycle, I've got Scott Morris with me, the solid waste supervisor, and we're at the Recycle Center here in Enid, Oklahoma. We want to clear up a few things and just share some information with the Enid community. Scott, good afternoon. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Steve.
We're standing in front of a very large aluminum bin, so I think aluminum cans definitely is one thing that recycle here. Tell us where we're located, how can people get here, and what all the items they can bring to the Recycle Center.
Sure, we are located at 125 East Chestnut, which is right here at Grand and Chestnut. And if you have recycling products, we do take paper and cardboard. We'll take tin cans. We've got aluminum that we'll take. We have electronics, and we do plastic as well. So those are all of the things that we will take here, as well as tires. If you've got tires, we can do up to 8 tires a day. And they have to be car-sized tires. We've got a spot for them.
We're going to have a little more details regarding the tires for you in just a few moments. But let's focus on the topic, Scott, if we will, of plastics. You know, when you fill plastic, a milk jug feels a little bit different than maybe other types of plastic. And I think there's like a coating system, a 1 and a 2, and it could go up to 12 for all I know. But tell us the difference in the, let's say, 1 and 2 regarding plastics.
Yeah, there are many different types of plastic that are out there. The types that are recyclable that we accept are types 1 and 2. Types 1 are really have to deal with more like a soda bottle, 2-liter bottle, things like that. That'd be a number 1, a little water bottle. Number 2 would be like a milk jug. Sometimes if you've got your laundry detergent, that bigger thick plastic is usually a number 2 as well. So those 2 types of plastic is what is accepted out here at the Recycle Center.
So our guest today on Facebook Live is Scott Morris, the solid waste supervisor, and I'm just enjoying the fact that the sun is out.
Yes, sir.
All these days. Before we start talking about the landfill, let's talk about cardboard drop-offs in the Enid community. I think there was a site out at Public Works, and that's where it's all kind of packaged, if you will, and I think it's loaded on an 18-wheeler.
Yes,
at least
sir.
In the old day it was, and sent to Lawton or someplace like that. Tell us, for people with boxes and cardboard, where can they drop that off?
We've got several different cardboard places that are available. One of them is here at the Recycle Drop-Off Center here on Grand and Chestnut, but there are several businesses. If you notice anywhere where there's a large green dumpster with a yellow lid, that's for cardboard. So if you see those around behind different restaurants and businesses, feel free to dump your cardboard in there, and we'll take it, get it recycled.
Scott, I meant to ask you a question earlier. Is there any plastics that, say, you don't recycle? I've heard there are certain, say, grocery plastic bags that you can't recycle. What are some don'ts?
As far as the plastics, it is anything that has like a really thin plastic, like a grocery bag sack, or even we've had people try to bring in like something that like the bottom part of strawberries, the real thin, really thin plastic. That's not a number 1 or a number 2. So stay away from the bags and the really thin like produce plastic that won't recycle.
All right, thank you for that clarification. Okay, quickly, let's move to the landfill, which is located southeast of the community. It's a rather large landfill, but we don't necessarily want to keep expanding it. But can you tell us some of the key items that the landfill will accept?
There is a place to dispose of oil at the landfill and antifreeze. If you've got batteries that you need to dispose of, the landfill has a spot for those. And we also have a place for paint. So if you've got paint that you need to get rid of, please do not put it in your trash can. You can take it out to the landfill and set your paint out there, and it will be disposed of properly.
This may be an early announcement, but I know the solid waste department is working on kind of a hazardous disposal effort. Can you just kind of give us a hint on what's going on? I know it's a future date, but it's very important that we do something with all this hazardous material.
We recognize that there are things that are in your garage that you may have, like a herbicide or some type of other chemical or paint thinner, something like that that you would like to get rid of and you really don't know what to do with. So we're working on a hazardous disposal day. We're not sure exactly the date, but be looking for it because it's going to come.
Scott, let's revisit the topic of tires. You said something, and we turn over here to the kind of the northeast corner of the recycle center. You'll see a number of tires. There is no fee, correct, if you bring them to the recycle center. However, you can take them to the landfill, and there may be a fee. Can you give us that clarification?
That is true. Here at the recycle center, we will take up to 8 car-sized tires for free. At the landfill, we will charge you based on the tire size. So if you have tires that you need to dispose of as a resident, then you can come here to the recycle center and do that at no charge versus the landfill where you would have a charge. Again, this is not for commercial use. This will be for a resident that's got a tire or two, to come dispose of.
Let's talk about curbside recycling for just a moment. What are the options for people that are watching that may be new to the community or just getting into the recycling effort? What are some options in regard to curbside recycling?
Well, at this time, the City of Enid does not have a curbside recycling option. We look forward, hopefully, in the future to be able to offer that. But right now, the only one that I know of is called Keepin' Enid Green. So if you're interested in curbside recycling, you can find their website, Keepin' Enid Green, and I believe they have some nominal monthly fee that they charge to pick up your recycling. But if you want to check them out on the internet, then Keepin' Enid Green is the name of the business.
Scott, as we close out our visit today, if you would remind everyone about what happens to the recycle center during, say, icy weather, snowy weather, just bad weather, is it closed, or if it's open, what people can do, and then close out our visit, again, reminding everybody where we're at and the hours.
Sure. So if there's inclement weather or holidays, the recycle center is always closed on holidays, and if we get a sudden ice storm that comes in, please check the City of Enid website or any press releases to find out if it's open, because everybody's outside here. There isn't really a great place to get out of the weather. So if there's inclement weather, chances are this place may be closed. Usually it's open during the rain. So check the City of Enid website. Usually we'll have an update on there for the recycling center. Again, we're located at 125 East Chestnut. The hours of the recycle center are 10 to 3 Monday through Friday and 8 to 12 on Saturday.
Very good. Scott Morris, thank you very much. And another location, I guess you could identify, we're at Grand and East Chestnut, by the overpass, by the bridge, what term you want to use, but we're on the east side of Grand. So, Scott Morris, thank you very much.
Thanks, Steve.
And thank you for watching us on Facebook Live this afternoon. Steve Kahn with the City of Enid. Make it a great rest of your Tuesday afternoon. Thanks for watching, everyone.